Hello family, welcome to another video with Jackie Fashion. Today we are going to make OB belt. So we have OB belt on our work table today. So for this OB belt, you can use any material of your choice, but this one I am going with deng material, or you can call it velour material. So you can also use African fabric if you like. Whatsoever you have is okay, you can go with it, okay family? So this belt, in order for us to get this belt, you will just go with your waist circumference. So the only measurement we need for this belt is your waist circumference, and the waist circumference we'll be going with is my waist circumference. So my waist circumference is 31 plus 1 inch seam allowance, making it 32. So let's just get started. Okay, at this point we just go ahead and place our material on the table, okay, and we'll be going with our waist circumference. Remember, the waist circumference we are going with is 31 waist circumference plus 1 inch seam allowance, so making it 32. And now we are going to divide that 32 divided by 2. So 32 divided by 2, we have 16. And for this belt, you see the front part is having like a band, while the behind part is having a rope, okay? So in order for us to have this front part, you can go with anything you need. So I go with 7 inch, okay? I go with 6 inch plus 1 inch seam allowance. At this point, I just rule my line. So this is just what we need at this point, okay? So I will just go ahead and cut it for us to get our OB belt, okay? So I will cut it, and I'll also set the other part aside because we don't need it. So you can see, in order for us to get that band, let's just check if we are having up to the 7 inch. Yeah, we are having up to 7 inch. So now we are going to draft the belt in this part in order for us to have that look you see. So at this point, we need the behind part because we'll be attaching the rope into this big belt. So we have 7, and this 7 I'm going to divide it by 2, okay? So 7 divided by 2, I have 3.5. At this point, whatsoever you put in this place to get the belt behind is up to you. So me, I'll be going by 3.5. So this 3.5, at that dotted point, I will divide 3.5 divided by 2. So 3.5 divided by 2, we have 1 and 3/4. So I will take 1 and 3/4 at the both sides to make it 3.5. So here now we have 3.5. So at this point, I'm going to shape the belt. So I will come back by 2 inch in order for me to have a nice look at the front of the belt. If you like, you can still leave it like that. It's not compulsory, okay? So I'll just go ahead by. So now I'll just go ahead to roll my line, and I use my my pan cuff, to connect my lines together. I will also roll it at this other side. So we have draft our belt. So at this point, I will go ahead to cut the part that we don't need. So now we have our belt ready, okay? This is the front part. So we'll go ahead and cut the back part. Okay, for the belt behind, you can take your waist circumference times that by 2 to get the length that you want for the belt behind. Maybe you want it too long that you can tie it, you can wrap it in your waist very well, okay? But for this one, I'm going to just take the length of the material. So in order for us to get the length of the material, remember this back part was 3.5. So we also need to cut 3.5 so that it's going to match with the back parts together. So here I have my back parts already, okay? I cut it 3.5 for each side. and I have the two belt ready, like one for the other side and one for the other side. Okay, so now I'll pick one and place on top of another one, like right side facing each other. So at this point, why I do it like that is because I want to curve, I want to give a nice curve at the front, at the edges, sorry, at the edges. So I go with 2 inch in order for me to curve my belt. After curving it like this, I will use my ruler to rule my line. This line that you want to roll, it doesn't have where you can end it. Okay, you can end at any point you want. Okay, it's not that you have some specific place that you have to end this line. So I will just go ahead now and roll my line using my ruler. So now I'm done rolling my line. I will just try to give another nice curve at the edges. Okay, so now for this belt, for this belt behind, I took 45 for each side. Remember, I tell you, you can divide your waist, you can times your waist into 2 in order for you to get the belt behind. So at this point, I will just go ahead and cut it. After cutting it, I will also place this one on top of another material to cut something that I can use in cover it. And I did for this big belt, you can see that is it. Okay, it's having 2. Now I will go ahead to cut my gumming stay because I need to gum each of it. Okay, so because the gumming stay is big, I can't cut it with you guys, so it is on row. When I will done cut it, you will see how it look. Okay guys, my stay is ready. I've cut, you see I can cut it at the shape of my belt. So the next thing now is I'm going to go ahead to steam it using my steaming iron to steam it so that it will gum on my belt, because this side is having a gum and this is the wrong side. So I also do it for everything, for even for the small belt. Okay guys, so this is the one I'm using. This is the lighter one. Okay, this one is very light, you can see is a lighter one. So I've put all the interfacing. Okay guys, as you can see. So the next step now is to sew it. So this is the big belt, so I'll be placing the good side on top of the good side like this. You see that? So I'll sew this round, then I leave a small opening somewhere here. So I'll be doing it for the smaller belt too. Okay guys, you see what I've done. So I sew it a quarter inch for the both side, because here was 3.5, so I took 1.5. It means I took quarter inches with quarter inches with. So here too was 3.5, so I do the same, so that by the time I'm going to place it like this, you see, so that it should match. So I take quarter inch for the both side. So I sew it all round, so I leave a opening here. Okay, this one is 3 inch, you can leave 5 inch, it depends how you want. So the next thing now, I'm going to turn this one all. So I'm going to start turning from this way, and I've also notched it. You see, I've go ahead and notch it. Look at it. So the next thing now is how to turn it. I'll make it like this, then I'll use any sharp object, or I'll use my scissors to push it until it will go out. So this is it. So I'll make sure this my edges is well sharp, it's nice. So the next thing I'm going to, you see that, very easy. Okay, so I'm just going to press iron this, both of them. I'll do the same for the other side, then I'll give it a good press. Okay guys, so guys, here is the look. I've pressed it, you can see, you see it, you see the edges is so nice. Okay, so the next thing now, I will be, this is the side we are using and this is the other side. So I'll find this other side. Okay, so you have to time the side that you want these edges to fall. so you will match it to the other side. So now you see, okay, so I'm going to put it like this. So I'm also going to do the same for this other side. So I'll look for the good side. So here is the good side. So this is how I'm going to put this one. So I'll put it like this. Okay guys, this is how I'm going to put it. Okay, you see how I'm putting it? So I'll put it, fit it inside until it come to this edge, meet with this edge. Okay, fit the both sides. So the next thing, I'll stow 1/2 inch, and I'll also do it this way. And this is it. So now I'm pulling it out, you see. So I'll also go ahead and pull the other one. So guys, here is our belt. This is the other pieces that we put it like to cover the other one, and this is the really material that we use. So this is the opening that I use it to turn it, you see. So I've also ironed it to cover the mouth. So this is the belt, guys. You see what I do? So I make sure that these edges, they are facing the same way. So the next thing now is, you can stitch this opening by your hands, like to cover it, but I will go on my sewing machine. I will just stitch it, or I will stitch the belt all around, like 1/2 inch all around, so that by stitching that, is going to cover this place. Okay guys, so if you find this, you have watched this video this far, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to drop your comments at the comment section. And you also share my video. Please support me by sharing. Okay guys, thank you for watching. You'll see me in my next video, or I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. I love you guys.